Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action there and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Ryan. Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run here with Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop it.
It's Coleman here. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third down, it's Coleman. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now running, and nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette, 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Let's go, let's go. Set. 380.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some room to work. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
380. 380.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hank.
Into the red zone, it's Borders. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now Hardy on the return. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
To throw, it's Bortles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jack Crawford able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Bortles going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here. In this third quarter, this is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll go on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Fournette on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Fournette running right, spinning away. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Falcons on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Give him 30 yards there. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On second down, Ryan. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They've got his man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Drops it off for Coleman. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 33 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Green 80! Green 80!
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Fournette. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derek Shelby takes him down. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left. And that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.